Hey, looks like we are all set and running. Woke up a little bit late today, but we can still get a decently good stream in. Figure we might as well leave off where we ended last time. We had just made it to Vermilion City with this Seviper. Now, Seviper was definitely not my first choice for a Pokemon that would make progress in one of these runs, but when you've got a moveset like this, it's usually pretty good sign. And should be pretty easygoing until we get to the mid-game here, but won't know until we try. So first thing we're going to do is just going to go all the way to the right here, check the hidden item on the route. And then I guess we're right back over to the SSN after that. Okay. Guess it probably helps to start recording too. Just a little bit. Okay. I guess, yeah, we just go right for SSN. Okay. So, since we're not doing any extra trainers here, there's only a couple items we can check. Oh, I got another Moonblast TM. Could be one more in this set of rooms. Yep, right here. A bike voucher. This is the run where I already got the bike, right? Yeah. I always misremember and think that that exit on the right, or the staircase on the right, is the one that goes to the kitchen. I don't know why I always think that when it's this one. I've only played this game for the better part of 30 years. Aw, that would have been so clutch. Like, I know we have recover, but being able to know that I can delete it and then get it back later, that would have been really big. Is there... I don't think there's an item I can get in here. No, because it's blocked off. Alright. That Shiftery's chin is just unsettling. But man, is Ice and Electric a good two types to have. Frozen. Gotta love it. Toxicroak. I guess we just Ice Punch. Defeated the dude. Hey there, Big Munch. Good to see you again. Yeah, let's hope Seviper's the GOAT. And so now, we're sitting in a much better spot for this. But, okay. Never mind, it doesn't matter. I was gonna say, if Palpitoad can't learn Cut, then we can at least get over to Celadon and grab the Eevee first. We have Flash. Flash and Cut. Definitely good. Bolt Beam at home coverage. Yeah, exactly. Alright. And the Pokemon equivalent of watching King Zora move. But just like King Zora, at least there's good music playing. Alright, I guess that means it's right on to Surge then. Well, I can go ahead. We want to do this now? Yeah, we'll do this now. I don't know why, Diglett Cave just always seems to have a super high encounter rate when I'm in it. Maybe I notice it more because there's literally not a single thing to do in here. But I say that and went 2 steps and got another Corvus. They're everywhere. Everywhere. Full encounter manip, exactly. Oh, PP up, that could be nice. 22. And nothing else, right? Yeah. Didn't I just get a 22? Yes, I did. And of course, we would find a bike voucher after finding the bike super early. Just to be like, hey, you needed this, right? No, not really. Well, here you go. And speaking of here we go. Oh boy. Executes the Doug Trio. Only one or two more, right? Like sometimes the music doesn't even get a chance to fade in. You get like one note out of it and it's like, oh, battle. Okay, we're out. I mean, do we really need to heal? Probably not. Have I said that before and lost a run? Yes. Wrong mon. There we go. Okay, how many tries? Alright, alright. I had a feeling it was going to be the same one. Alright, see what these guys have. Swinub. Just had the rocket theme for a swimmer. I mean, I guess if you're a swimmer, they can't tell that you would be a Team Rocket member. You're not wearing the whole getup. Speed down, don't think that'll matter much. No paralyze. Maybe some Doug Trio farming. Yeah, so it's one other thing that I don't really have listed here was that I wasn't really trying to do any wild battles. Because basically the way that I see it is if I'm going to do that, then why not just train to level 100 in Viridian Forest and just seal the run that way? You know? So I just made it a restriction that I can't do that. A ho-oh. Well, that's how it goes. I thought about using recover and I was like, what can happen? Sleep can happen. Alrighty, well, that's one way to do it. Not exactly the preferred way, but it is a way to do it. Well, that is our second highest PB. And it's gonna have to stay as second highest PB. That was tragic. It wasn't even to Surge, it was to a guy before Surge. Yeah, gonna definitely say that one was my fault. Oh, to be fair, who else's fault would it have been? You know what? I blame Dude. It's Dude's fault. I seem to recall this place. Oh yeah. Change the counter. There we go. Nidorina. Nidorina, you're gonna have to be pretty good. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, well, it can learn Ice Beam and Thunderbolt. And yeah, not in the Rando. Ouch. What? Oh my god, his defense is so high. Of course you crit. And we don't survive now. Drill Peck. Whoops. Roost. Nope. Yeah, thanks, Lance. Okay. Alright, rival checked. That feels, hey, I remember that guy. Getting rival checked again. The dude. Oh. I hope this works. We might lose the first battle and not ever know. Hey look, it's an actual scientist. What do we got? Oh my god, at the beginning I was literally gonna say, yeah, well, I wouldn't want that as my start. Suspiciously convenient, yep. Yep, and I'm starting to think I know why. Dig. I mean, those are indeed some moves. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna save state. If we lose, then the run's gonna be over, but I want to check to see how that would work. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this. It's got Mach Punch. Took in Sunlight. Of course you crit. Alright, well, Chimco didn't make it out. But we can at least test this. Stop that. Alright, we'll do this first. Stop that. There we go. Just want to see if it works, man. Okay, should be good. Alright, well, at least we can test. Yeah, that would have worked. Okay. Why does my thing keep... like... Oh, I know why, because I'm accidentally hitting... There we go. That was for the save state. I was accidentally hitting 1 instead of F1. Which ticks my counter. Speaking of which, on to 39. Well, at least I know that it's a decent challenge. You know? If I would have gotten it first try, then it would have been like, okay, where's the challenge? Attempt number 39, and, well, you can't argue that some effort has been put in. Now, should we still be playing as Seviper because that was totally my fault and not a good judgment call? Absolutely. Maybe Rich Man has rich Pokemon for us? Watch, I say that and I'll get something good and it'll have like Payday as its best move. It happens, yeah. Especially after just waking up and trying to do a run where I left back off. What even is that? I know what it is, but I'm not really a fan. However, that is very nice. I mean, I guess peck. Well, no, agility. Buck. That's another one of these with no back sprite, so it's just gonna stare at me the whole run. Oh, we've got something. It got farther than Articuno and Jolteon, so that's saying something. The very first TM. Takedown. Ugh. These are not good moves to be working with. And Thunder Wave is definitely nice, but that's about as far as that goes. I don't know about you, but it looks like that Kingdra is missing, like, half of its body. Like, it just looks so small. Yes, you. You know, I do say that that was completely my fault on the Seviper run, but I think we're also discounting how cracked that Ho-Oh's moveset was. Having something to put me to sleep, and then one of those almost guaranteed crit moves is really bad. Reminds me of Johnny Bravo. Nice. Been forever since I've seen that. Yikes, what happened? So we were right about to fight Surge with Seviper. One of his trainers had a Ho-Oh. I was at half HP. It put me to sleep and then had Night Slash for constant crits. And yeah. The fight was genuinely hard to pilot. Yeah. Like, as soon as I clicked off for my first attack, I was like, I should have healed, but there's no guarantee that that would have done anything. Even if I would have been at full health, I was still asleep by the time I was KO'd. And Ho-Oh was hitting for crits like crazy. Super potion. Potentially good. That really only helps if we end up getting a gift Pokemon that can use it. Because then that's a higher chance of being able to learn some HMs. Nothing to really do, right? Nope, just fight. Right, animations. And you've got Razor Leaf. Okay. Oh, but that was a crit? Okay. We're doing a little bit better than I thought. Magical Leaf. Nothing's really gonna do more damage than this, so... I'm very glad that flash missed. Reckon prioritizing healing probably a good idea from now on. Yeah. Yeah, I really shouldn't be entering any fight with half HP. That should be a given, but here we are. Oh! Not switch. Wait, what? This is a flying type? Is it a bird? It doesn't look like a bird. I thought it was like a rabbit. Oh my goodness. I guess that makes a little bit more sense. Oh my god, it's still not done. That's fine. I was not sold on that run anyway. Let's see here. Yep. That is going to make run number 40. Yep, that's how it goes sometimes. I'll take one of those. Be better than whatever that bird rabbit thing I had was. It's him. It's the dude. You know what? This guy is better thinker than all these other 39 runners. He's just gonna sit at home and play the SNES. Not gonna do anything else. Don't even try the run. Win by not losing. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Can't he finish the run already? A pincer? That is definitely interesting. Poison gas, thundershock, seed bomb. Yeah, hopefully it's something good. Please. Oh yes, okay. That just got like 5 times better. Guess we'd do smog. Actually, with that thing being a spring, Skull Bash I could see hurting pretty bad. Not that it has a high attack stat or anything. Okay, a pincer with body slam. We definitely take that. Oh, so what? I didn't get anything special? You just literally caught it outside? Well, I guess that is what he does in yellow, too. Antidote. That's good. I wanted to catch all of the world's Pokemon, but only succeeded in catching everything in the backyard. Out of my way, Captain. I guess we're playing Courier Simulator until we can get out of Viridian Forest. Alright, let's see if we can body slam our way to Cerulean. Like, if we come up against any kind of rock or ground types, that... Well, I should say rock types. That's fine because we have Seed Bomb. Steel type, I don't really know what we're gonna do. Thankfully, there's not too many steel Pokemon. I feel like there's definitely less than other types. Stop blocking me. Thank you. It was a battle of wits. Okay, time for item checks. That's not good. That doesn't get me anything. Next up, we have a full heal. Definitely convenient. Max potion. Alright, can we avoid the bad RNG? Jumpla. Wow. Wow. And it's got hypnosis. Okay. And a Zap. Well, this was a good run. Oh my goodness. Just gonna get obliterated. Alright, that's how it goes. So the answer to can we avoid some bad RNG was no. Not quite. But see, this is all practice because, you know, the answer to everything is 42. And why is the answer to everything 42? Because all you have to do is add a 0 and you've got 420. So we're preparing for next run, which is, you know, we're gonna stop the scripted losses here and, you know, finally just blow through the run, no problem. Yeah, Zekrom Sky Attack, that was just... Like, that wasn't even, like, trying to avoid bad RNG. That was, like, some of the worst you could have gotten. The big legendary with a very strong flying move. Like, there was 0 chance. The very young oak. Honage the dragon. Soft-boiled. Steel ghost. Ugh, not crap for speed and special. Fire spin. But like nothing else really. Okay. Are you kidding me? 4 tries just to get a hit, and it's not doing it. Is this thing gonna lose to a Swablu? Oh my god, that's so ironic. Maybe we can do it. Okay, he went for a 2-turn move. We're good. I don't really think this one's getting past the second fight, though. Am I allowing evolution? Yes. Yeah, so does this thing evolve into the thing that's like 2 floating swords, I figure? At least, if this thing evolves, then at least, stats aren't gonna be as bad as they seem. But also, that means you have to get it to evolve. Acid armor. Evolution's level 35. Well, we've had one Pokemon out of 40 previous runs get to level 35, so you're telling me there's a chance. Yeah, I figured it couldn't escape. Okay. I hope I don't run into another one of those. Yeah, we're basically gonna need some good TMs here out of these next couple items. And we're gonna have to get really good luck on the Viridian battles. Been so long that Oak's grandson grow up, followed in his footsteps, but now his aide, who's been in business 30 years, is mad that he didn't get the promotion. Didn't get that, didn't get to go through a joint venture with them. Those are great endgame items. There's my good move. It's gonna be that one. Especially because this is gonna be a drink. Yeah, no. The game said, I don't want to build up your expectations that much. Rock Blast. Can't be any worse than what we have now. Smog. Right, animations. I only do it almost every run. Oh boy. Gunk shot. Again? 3? Oh my god, this again. And it was hiding Bite the whole time. All right. Don't you just love that, where they wait like 10 turns to show you, oh, I could have one-shotted you on the first turn. We are just gonna check the PC real quick, and I am going to grab something quick to eat, since I've been streaming for almost an hour, and I've been up for an hour. Alright, so we're just gonna play this nest for a little bit. I will be like 2 minutes. Okay. Should be good here. After a quick drink of water and something to eat. Okay, it's time to go. Hope you have good runs today. Wait a minute, that phrasing is a bit off. No worries, much appreciated. Should have mentioned it when you had soft-boiled, but you know you can use it outside of battle. Yeah, yes, but it only works for teammates. So, like, I can't soft-boiled on the Pokemon that has it. So that would be pretty cool if, oh my god, a Volbeat. It would be pretty nice if we had a teammate with soft boiled for like one of the HM users. That would actually be kind of busted. Oh? Spike cannon. Looks like the rival is your average Pokemon scalper. Yep. The dude in his mid-40s. And you see how he was in line before I even got there? Case in point. God, that Duat looks like he's lost most of his teeth. I look so tiny. Meth Duat. He said, alright, well, there's a new release over at the other store, so I'm gonna go there now. There's a new release tomorrow, so I'm gonna go camp out for the night. Hey there, I enjoyed the Weedle run. That was, for sure an interesting run. Self-scope. I have a feeling we're never gonna get to see any ghosts either way. Wait, you know what? I could be wrong and we could find a trainer with a ghost, but I don't think we're going to Lavender Tower for this run. Yeah, oops, all ghosts. Really liking that run where Oak's parcel was in the PC. I'm starting to be able to do this one blindfolded. And what did they give me again? Oh, right, the self-scope. Yeah, Oak was kicked out of his own lab. They had a company-wide vote and chose to exile him. probably got ousted from the company because he kept asking everybody if they were a boy or a girl. More TMs? Rare candy? Well, it's better than what I got. Yes, they found his Pokemon photo collection. Oh, goodness. His Vaporeon compendium. You just go use it right now. No, because we won that battle and we didn't even level up. Literally 15 EXP. I'm not doing it. That is not worth a rare candy. Let's hope it was Vaporeon. If it was Muck, things might be awkward. Well, you're gonna do your thing too. I'm gonna do it again. Oh, of course you're lower now. That's okay. Right, it's a ghost. I'm so used to thinking it's a psychic type because I play cards. And they're psychic on the cards. Wait, so then that doesn't work either. And minimize. This is just bad. Fully paralyzed again. And that's the best I can do. Gotta hit 2 more. Well, more than that now, I think. Alright, he did like 4 minimize and I just hit 4 in a row. He's what, 1 away from max evade? We did it! Helioptile. This doesn't really matter. Well, we're not using high jump kick. That could have been really bad. Yeah, that should have been way worse. That should have been just like an auto loss. I don't know how we survived that. Hey there, new to the chat. How's it going, Jay? Good to see ya. You are joining us during run number 42. I can't quite say that I predicted it was going to take this many attempts, but I didn't really think it was going to be my first one either. Nah. Like, I kind of like this move set for having Swords Dance and then 3 physical attack moves, but not on a Volbeat. Actually, what's Volbeat's highest stat? Speed. I don't really think that's saying much, but... And I guess better use it now than never. That way at least we got a little bit more stats to work with. We'll do that. I'm glad I did. Yeah, it's a randomizer for Gen 1 that adds in Pokemon up to Generation 6. Wait. Oh, Mr. Mime is updated to Fairy. That's right. Crafty. My kick's better than yours. Ancient cave settings for Final Fantasy VI. I would have to take a look at that at some point. Because 6 is definitely one of my favorites for the Final Fantasies. They're extremely hard for me to get into because of the time investment that they take. And I mean, that just doesn't go for them. That goes for almost any kind of RPG. As I'm sitting here playing this one. But I think 1, 6, and 12 are my favorite Final Fantasies. I've played through 4. I did really like 4. And that's kind of about it. Like, I don't really have much interest in, like, the... like, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 ones. Yeah, like... that's not the right way to say that. Like, the era for, like, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Like, I just don't really have an interest for those. Escape rope. Right. I gotta go all the way back to heal. Yeah, some of my favorite randomizers, I've played a ton of Ocarina of Time, Majora, Link to the Past. Metroid Prime is a peak randomizer. It's funny with the A Link to the Past stuff, I never... like, I only got to play through A Link to the Past quite a couple years ago for the first time, and I wasn't really, like, impressed with it. Like, I felt like I had to keep pushing myself to finish the game. And then I got to the ending, and I was like, wow, this was really worth it. And then I played the randomizer, and I just loved it. And I played through, I think, at least 50 of them. I'm getting closer to, like, my 100th Ocarina of Time randomizer, so yeah. Yeah, Jay, if you just look for Pokemon Red Rando, search for it. The website is, I think it's Sanqui. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sanqui. But they have some cool quality of life features and things like that. Things like trade evolutions. So like, you know, Gengar, Machamp, and all that. They evolve at level 42 instead of needing to trade them. Because, yeah, they anticipate that most people are playing this on an emulator. The gym leader battles are changed to be their yellow version equivalent. Trying to think of some other things. Oh, the special stat conversion is the other thing. So I have a setting on called higher stat, so it will just take whatever is supposed to be higher, their special attack or special defense, and make that their special. And that came back to bite me with a Cryogonal. I think, was that, the Cryogonal was the one that ended the Drift Bloom run, I think. It crushed our PB. Might like it if you get some cracked characters. Sometimes Realm can break everything. Okay. Yep, that damn snowflake. Yep, that guy. Well, did I anticipate on Volbeat making it out of Viridian Forest? No, not at all. Do I think we're gonna get much farther? No, not at all. There are very, very few bug types that I would say, oh yeah, no, this is fine. We'll get through it. Oof. Ooh. All right. Yeah, we're done. Okay. So 42 was not the answer. Which it usually is. Given your moveset, you shouldn't lose. Yeah. It's... many times... that's how it seems. That's how it seems. Like, that little guy there ended one of our other PVs. I had a Feraligatr get to Misty. It was the first Pokemon that she had, and it had Thunderbolt. I didn't know what types it was, so I didn't get a good attack off. Then the second Thunderbolt paralyzed, made me slower, and gave it a free third Thunderbolt for a knockout. What even is that? As Shelmet, I think it was called? Well, good to know it's there. But again, Hyper Potion, Max Potion, all that stuff is best saved for the very end. Yeah, Darkrai was... Getting Darkrai was fun. That was a very quick end to a run. Grottle? I won't complain with a mid-level starter. Let's see what we're working with. Any ice type and it's GG though. Yeah, you're right. Ugh. I was thinking this was Stadium and it wasn't gonna give me the recoil. that was a user error. Double knockout. That is definitely a new one. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I just need 2 minutes here before we start the next one. Alright, we're back, we're back. Oh, and I never increased the counter for that run. This is what happens when you trust somebody. When you don't automate it. I don't really know how you'd automate it, but... Doesn't matter if I'm using an attempt counter or if I'm using a timer. Bound to mess it up. There we go. Yeah, Frostlass would be a pretty good one. Yeah, it's crazy how just any kind of ice move can be an instant loss. A great ball. Yeah, so, Jay, since you're, just coming in to watch these, some of the things that I need to go right, besides getting a good Pokemon and making sure that the opponents, especially the early ones, have not good Pokemon, there's some RNG with the items that I need to get. Since I do have a hard rule for no buying items, that does mean I need to find one of the drinks for the Saffron Guards. And basically, if we can skip something because we get an item early, that means we're skipping it. So like if I get Sylph Scope early, that means I'm not doing any Rocket Hideout. Yeah, Clink Clang. We did have the, what was it? It was just Clang, right? Was the one earlier run that made it to Misty. Ooh. Okay, we've got a stab move. We've got a ghost move, I think. Shadow is like, okay, is it ghost or is it dark? Anyway, I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, stab, flash cannon, electric moves. I'm a fan. Like, watch versus Entei. Ghost, okay. Yeah, I thought usually Shadow is ghost. That thing's ears. And it's got Spore. Well, it's only using Skull Bash. Not gonna lie, I think I'd rather have the Semi-Sage. Dude. Anytime Spore has shown its face in these runs, it has always ended the run. So see, even if you think you've got something good, the game just might be like, nah, dude. Oh, and I messed up the counter again. That was run 44. Hopefully I'll get Spore soon. Yeah, that would be really nice. Yeah, so I definitely I think all around, obviously you need something with good typing. I think I'd like a Pokemon that is mainly special in speed. Spore's a fun game too. I have seen quite a bit of it, but I haven't played it myself. But it does look really interesting. Oh, I didn't. I ran out of space for that. I was trying to write bruh, please. Bruh, PL. TM? Certified bruh moment. Did struggle get changed to typeless? That is a very good question because a lot of other moves had their types updated, but did they make a typeless? Crawdon? Water types are usually good. An evolution is nice. Yeah. Well, it is mainly an attacker. So there's that. Bruh. Bruh. The one time I get Earthquake. Watch it be a flying? Nope. Okay. That's a very interesting back sprite. Speed tie? Now we just gotta see about getting some decent moves ASAP. There's a good move for me, right? No. Out of my way. Out of my way. Heracross. I seen some stuff about for anybody who's familiar with the card stuff, new set of cards is coming out in a couple weeks here. Or I guess close to about a month. And there's a Mega Heracross in the new set. And it looks like some people have been using that to pair with Crustle decks, which are kinda like a Mimi deck. But it's been seeing a bit of play. So of course I see the Heracross and that made me think of that. How is Heracross's sprite so good? Yeah, there's a lot of really good ones. One that I always pointed out from like Yellow version, because yeah, Yellow had those updated sprites. Gengar. Gengar's sprite in yellow version, like, almost looks just like the anime. At the very least, it's way better than the red and blue one. Yeah, definitely wouldn't be surprised if there was multiple artists. That's also why I can understand, like, they haven't really updated for more generations. I mean, to be honest, I don't really know the last time this randomizer was updated, but yeah, adding in more generations is just a bunch of work. Out of my way. Thank you, sir. Yeah, using black instead of the primary palette. Yep. That makes it definitely look way better. Fake tears. Yeah, fake tears is just a status move. So, not really looking to use that. Door stuck. Pokedoll. That means no rocket hideout. Or I should say no fighting Giovanni then. First Giovanni. Oh boy. If I come across a flying type, it is not going to be good. That's not very effective, right? Yeah. That still does a decent amount of damage, but... yes, very sus. Oh, it's neutral. Okay, Amoonguss would be poisoned too. Die Beam. For sure. Hey. His TMs are not great today. Growth and Dark Pulse. Yeah, that could be pretty good. Okay. Now I've got some special buffs. Ugh, cannot talk. At least I have some special buffs. Blizzard Missing is definitely preferred. Alright, cool. I don't think the 9 HP is worth running back to heal. Like the occasional green version sprites. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. You know, being somebody who always played the English versions up until just a little bit ago when I got a green version recently. It's definitely some different artwork. We'll take it. And but for what? Should I just... So here's the thing. Like, Growth and Psybeam pair together really well, of course. And Paralyzing on top of that would make that easier to do. But then there's also the strat of Paralyzing and just using Headbutt for the flinch. I think we get rid of Headbutt. We lose an attack, but could be really helpful. Relicanth. We should be good. Well, it's gonna be normal damage. You're a competitive Nintendo Cup 97 player? Nice. Yeah, I actually, one of the next videos that I'm going to be coming out with is the differences between... So I did a video on Japan's first iteration of Stadium that people call Stadium Zero. Then when they redid Stadium and we got the international version for it, there's all the different game types that we still never got from Japan Stadium 2. And that's kind of a bit on what I'm covering there. So the 97 Cup's part of that. 97, 98, and 99 Cups. I didn't even heal. And also something I recently found out while I was making, while I'm working on the video, is the English version of Pokemon Stadium is the only version to get gallery mode. I didn't know that that was a thing. Then I guess it was because that, I guess the Pokemon Snap stations that they used for printing the photos weren't available anywhere else. I don't know if they were like a thing in Japan or whatnot. Because, I mean, Pokemon Snap got pretty big. I love how I've gotten like 7 TMs and not a single useful one, really. Thunderwave, but... Oh my goodness, that Audino. It ends up doing about the same. Yeah, the 97, 98, and 99 cups have pretty interesting formats. I think at least on paper, I really like the idea for 99 cup. So for anyone who's not aware, with how they do like what Pokemon can enter and everything for those formats, 99 Cup made basically a blanket rule that was like if a Pokemon made it to the top cut of the 97, it's not allowed for 99. So basically Jolteon, Starmie, Tauros, Alakazam, basically all of your best Pokemon can't be used. So you have to come up with different teams, like Tentacruel is a good one, Persian, even just taking a Kadabra is usually good enough for some of that. And we are at Brock. Let's see how this goes. Don't forget about Ditto. Ditto, true. Right. Brock does that. I'm going for 2. Nice. And Cottony. Yep. And that's Brock. The Ditto team was actually the second place runner-up. Oh boy. It just feels so bad when your opponent sends out a Ditto and gets to copy a super strong Pokemon. That's one thing I would do. Going through Prime Cup in Stadium, there's a guy who uses a Ditto. And my strategy for that, because I'm pretty much just trying to wipe everything with Mewtwo, as a lot of it I was using for, Amnesia Psyduck stuff, so just playing tournament after tournament. And my strategy for the guy who had the Ditto was obviously send out my Mewtwo first. If I saw Ditto, then I would swap to a Dragonite. Then if I couldn't KO it in the Dragonite mirror match, then I just switched to a Pokemon that had Ice Beam, and it was GG for the Ditto. But that's like literally 2 out of my 3 Pokemon slots just to compensate for a Ditto. Not that I usually used any of the other 2. Yeah, Ice Beam's been looking really good. Yeah, set up. Have a Voltorb with its own move being self-destruct. Yeah, then it's kind of mean. Crawdon's doing pretty good. We are going places. Oh, yeah, double team to be able to get the rest off. Yeah, that's pretty insane. Oh, wait, the Ditto would copy the evasion boosts of the Articuno? Wow. Okay, that's pretty cracked. And transform bypasses the accuracy check. Yeah, that's one thing, like, I never really thought about specifically, but yeah, that totally makes sense. Lance, you're not wearing shorts. Well, he does have a dragon. YouTube auto mods on Hair Trigger today. Interesting. See, I normally wouldn't figure rest on a Jolteon. I mean, yeah, it definitely does make sense because if you're not getting like one shot with Earthquake or something and they don't have a good response for it, then yeah, they wouldn't be able to really KO you during rest. Dynamo. Dynamo's face just looks so weird. No, you cannot do that. Gothbrita. I should paralyze this thing. Almost everything considers running rest in 97. Even the lead Starmie uses rest to set up sleep clause. Okay. Gotcha. So if you think your opponent's going to use something that would put you to sleep, or if you know that they have something that would use some kind of sleep move, then you rest with Starmie and swap out so that you can't get put to sleep then. Okay. Definitely different. Carnivine sprite is weird. Yeah. I don't like the way he looks at me. '97's a harsh environment. Yeah, it's I found out about it when I went and first was doing the original Stadium Zero video, and I have a lot of fun with it too. The those teams that you get pitted against, like, man, I thought Stadium was really tough when I was a kid. Like, I just couldn't beat almost any of it. And knowing that it was way, way harder in the original versions is pretty cool. Yeah, there's a couple music settings, Jay, and what I did was I kind of had it remove most of the Gem 1 music where it can, because anytime I stream Gem 1, somebody goes, hey, that's my music that you're playing. I would like some money, please. And it's really stupid, because, you know, glorious copyright stuff. Like, if Nintendo came, sent me a thing and said, hey, we want something because you're playing our games on stream. Like, okay, I don't really think I can argue with that much. But some Joe Schmo from insert random country here says, hey, I made the Pokemon song that you're playing. I'm like, okay, bro. I'm sure you did. Yeah, it just, like, I felt like it'd give me a better chance of not running into the copyright issues that I sometimes do. And I haven't so far. This is our 4th stream with this, so. Copyright trolls spearfishing. That is literally what they're doing. Yeah, Blizzard with 30% freeze. You gotta love that. Also, I thought of, on the note of Stadium and stuff like that, I did think of last night a potential another challenge thing I can do, but I kind of need to do some double checking to see if it's even possible. Right. Oh, you're a grass type and you got a grass move. Yeah, no, I'm just worried about copyright trolls, like how some guy was saying. And there's a couple times where people just try to claim stuff that isn't theirs, and I have an issue with that. That presses a button for me. Because, yeah, I mean, seems like an easy way to try and fraud money from people, you know what I mean? Just being like, no, this is actually my music. Like, don't bother looking into it too hard, but just take my word that this is my music. Chandelure. Alright, let's go back for that one. It's just striking because they know people can't afford to fight it. Yeah, that's, Yeah, I can't say I know whatever process that they go through, but recoil KO. I don't know what kind of process it is. You know, can't say I have any familiarity with filing claims against people on YouTube. But I know every single time after you just dispute the claim, usually just falls right off, or they don't respond in time, and then it just expires and they, you know, reimburse or whatever. Yeah, there's no punishment for a false claim, but there's potential punishment if they think you're falsely disputing. That's another huge issue that I have. Because that just, you know, that just means, oh, you know, we're gonna believe them over you, and we're gonna cancel your channel because of it. It's like, no, thank you. Pokedoll. Yeah. Yep, exactly, some guy. Hey, look, my friend. I think we should be pretty good up to Misty. Animations. Why are they still on? I don't think I've turned them off a single time today. Yeah, since I haven't played a lot of the newer gen games, I guess I can say at this point, like, really, like, the second half of the generation games. So I've never really gotten to try Chandelure by itself, or on its own, I should say, but it seems like a very interesting type combination, that's for sure. Oh my god, and it can fly. That just made me want to go check. That's Hydro Pump. Too bad we can't use it, but fly is very nice. Flying on that seems like a good way to get a burned rump. Yep. Yep. Can confirm. Alright, and I learned my lesson from Seviper. We don't go into battles with half HP. Also, we can get the bike right away once we get to Cerulean, so that'll be nice. But I think it was Seviper's Run that we found a bike just laying in the forest. Yeah, thankfully I'm not super slow, some guy, because that's one thing that can really hurt. Is if they know explosion and you can't get away. We're still watching animations, aren't we? Oh, you're dark, right. And burn, so it does less damage. What are we working with? Okay. I'm forgetting that these things are like half my level. Roasted shellfish. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. I feel like I just really need type coverage and should get rid of growth. At the same time, at least burn isn't sapping HP, yeah. Yeah, we're going with this. Alright, now we're gonna have to take a couple minutes here to get out. Mr. Krabs is shaping up. Kingler has to be one of the more delicious Pokemon. I think, only out of curiosity, but I think I would try a Slowpoke tail. Yeah, they were so good Team Rocket was selling them, exactly. I see, like, Lucario would be a cool type to get. so many TMs. What is Larvesta? Max Revive, not useful. Can I already get a 42? Nope. But I have gotten 41 and 44. No clamps. Alright, let's clear this out. Volcarona's pre-evolved. Okay, okay. That's what I was thinking. Man, Earthquake would have been so good. Wait, I have 2 Pokedolls? Yeah, we can defeat 2 Ghost Marowaks. Oh boy. Lovely 2 steps before another encounter. Yeah, that is too bad he can't learn Earthquake. Because that just would have been better Bulldoze. Also, remember I asked a question about 5 minutes ago, and that question was, why are we still watching animations? There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot that other trainer again. Now every criminal is Brock. Oh, I was so waiting for it to... Right, Super Fang. I was so waiting for it to freaking KO itself. During these 44 attempts, how far have you made it? So yesterday when I was streaming, we had a Drifloon that got all the way to Koga. And before that, our PB was Misty. So, yeah, Drifloon got super far. And then came against a Cryogonal that was super beefy, couldn't properly take it down, and it had some sort of super effective move, I think Night Slash or something. Perhaps Brock is wanted for his disturbingly bad jelly donuts. That or his poor frying pan jokes. You know what? Maybe that's why the cops are after him. You ever notice how he won't talk about what happened between him and Professor Ivy? Cops should be after Professor Ivy. Let's see here. I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, that is a good question. I wonder what did happen. If he was turned into a fighting Pokemon, should it be named Broccoli? Then is one way they could go about it for sure. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of a better one. Or I'm trying to think of a Might Guy innuendo now. Yeah, innuendo, definitely not the right word. I cannot articulate today. Oh my goodness, what? What? I think that's the first time I've ever gotten, like... Well, I can't say first time getting 3 of an item, but... This early in, and for it being something like a Pokédoll? Wow. Well, that doesn't hurt too bad. Being paralyzed at the beginning of a fight is not good. Okay. Okay. They had, like, all the moves to take me down. And now I gotta run away again. Some guy. You called it. You called it. The juggler went for the jugular. Yes, exactly. Dude, I'm not strong. I'm not faster than a level 8. Get me out of here. No. No. Oh my goodness. You'll never get out of here alive. Oh, he's using a Pokédoll to escape aloud. Well, I'll just say that that is definitely one thing I did not consider. I usually go by rule of no items in battle, but it's not a hard requirement. They're just force-feeding you EXP. Yeah. Dude, if a level 25 would have lost to a level 8 exploding, then that would certainly be a new way for the run to end. Yeah, I'm forgetting that I just mostly one-shot everything. Not you, though. Nope. If it was Spore, that would be great. To be fair, should allow yourself to use items in battle. Yeah, let's just say, like, no potions and stuff. Like, no healing items in battle. I think that's a good compromise. Okay, 3 more fights? Yes. Getting Pokeflute could make losing to sleep a thing of the past. Yep, for sure. Speaking of potions, do you got one in case paralysis rears its ugly head? And no. I don't think I've really gotten... I've gotten a super potion. That's about it. I love walking 2 steps and then getting into another battle. Really immerses you in the gameplay. Gotta love the Zubat encounter rate, exactly. Okay, hopefully this battle is alright, because I don't want to have to run back to heal. Okay. Nice. Nice, nice. There's a drink. That is very big. Are you allowed to catch Mon with the balls that you find? Yes. So, in some cases, that can be the only way for the run to progress. If the gift Pokemon that I get can't learn the HMs, then I need to find another way, and so the only other way would be if I find some Pokeballs. But that also goes back to the bottom rule for no save scumming. So I can't just reset because the Pokeball didn't work. Like, if I only have one Pokeball and it doesn't catch, I have had a run end that way. Or no, I think that was the Drifbloom run, because then I had to teach Cut to Drifbloom. Also, now we're getting a bike. Oh, how did I miss that? I don't really know what I want to give it away for, though. Every 40 TM. Oh, it's another Thunder Wave. Well, now I might consider Roost. And if I had to choose between lemonade, fresh water, and soda pop, honestly, it depends on the mood. It could be any of the three. Limeade definitely is good too. For sure. I thought that looked familiar. Okay, heal up and then go for a rival fight. Is that? Yeah. Dusclops. Okay. Well, I thought that was super effective. I guess not. Oh, no. And a dragon. Wait, a dragon. I think we're okay. Old one-hit KO moves are based on speed, right? Yep. Yep. Okay, that was unnecessarily stressful. I mean, do I really need to? No. Great, another tanky Pokemon. And you... Come on. Nope. I don't need to heal. Why would I need to heal? Dang. Alright. Let's see here. Okay, this thing seems to be making me wait a minute before requesting another seed. So I am just going to take my last little, couple minute break here, BRB, and we'll start up a new one and see how far we get then. Okay. Now you'll let me get one, right? Yes, rest in peace, Crawdon. Executor kicked you out of the run. Wait a minute. Has my counter been off again? Yes, it has been. That was attempt 45, not 44. Oh, and that's going to make me... Okay. But now I got to wait another 30 seconds. So yeah, 45 runs in. As soon as I saw the Executor, I was like, that is very bad matchup. And then it had a fighting move. And not exactly known for their attacking power, but when you're doing double damage, it doesn't matter too much, especially in the early game. Yeah, I was literally thinking the same thing when I was downstairs, some guy. Just hope that the next one's like Mew. 'Cause I feel like if I get a Mewtwo or an Arceus, I think that's kind of... Yeah, I don't want to be like, oh, that's how I beat the challenge, because I just reset until I got a Mewtwo. But a Mew would definitely be acceptable. For some reason, this name just stuck to me as a lab-approved channel staple name. The H-Mew? Yeah. What? We're gonna call you Bugger. Because that's how I'm feeling after that one. Firestone. That would be kind of cool to get a Pokemon that could use the Firestone, but then I'd pretty much want to use it right away for the stats, and then there will be no level up learn moves. It could be interesting though. Selgor. I have no clue what we're working with. Is this a thing that Shelmet turns into? Is a bug. With Ice Beam and Roost. I could be a fan of that. Okay, nice easy first match. Check the stats on this thing. It's very fast. Well, I don't know about very fast. It has way higher speed than anything else. One of those items that you forget even exists in the game. Yeah, I'd like to go back and look at how many times this NPC has blocked me off. The Dur. Out of my way. So, right away, we're gonna go get rid of that thing. I guess, theoretically, the EXPL could be used in a case where I need to evolve a gift Pokemon to see if it can learn any different HMs. I could use the EXPL. But that is a very, very niche circumstance. Meditite, okay. Well, I don't really have to worry about anything. I think even an Electrode, like, I think I could probably run from. Just because of the level difference. Meditite looks like a Smurf, kinda cursed. Yeah. Also, hey, Kitty Maz. Good to see you. Get out. I know it's faster to just walk around him, but I'm stubborn. Pokeball? What else do you have for me? That would not be a good matchup. Repel. I don't really see myself using low kick. What is my other move? Rock Tomb? Rock Tomb. I guess low kick would be better than Rock Tomb. I think better type coverage. And we do have Swords Dance. Hey look, they're their actual sprites this time. First bug catcher has a Scizor. With an auto crit move. And sleep. I think that's all she wrote. Yeah, Thrash. Yup. Oh man, it didn't even have anything to do with sleep, basically, at that point. Because I didn't know he had Thrash. Thrash probably could have even freaking one-shot. It can look really good until it doesn't. Do a poll for above or under 100 temps. That might be a good poll to do. Think what we'll do. Oh my goodness, another stone. I think we can do a poll like that. Let's do that on the 50th attempt, which will likely be at this rate the start of next stream. I am getting close to my time here. Luxray. We definitely like fully evolved Pokemon. Its lowest stat is speed? And it's not a dark type? Ooh. Those moves are really cringe. Well, now's a good time to hope that... Okay, Thunder. I hope they didn't fix Focus Energy. Nice, I got the crit. So see, we got a decent Pokemon. We just need TMs. Also, that cries a little derpy. Oh. Super useful, thank you. I will die on this hill. If you don't move, that is. Okay, town map is about as bad as the starting items can be. Especially like the EXP all in the other one. But let's see here. I got 3 more item checks before I need to do a battle, so should at least get 1 TM out of that. What gen did they add the ability to cut grass? That's a OG. That's original. I was doing that on Cycling Road. Just trying to find the hidden item on there, and for some reason I just couldn't find it. Because I know it's like in the patch of grass. Alright, we got 3 chances to up our moveset here. Number 1. Potentially. Oh, dang. Closest Pokemon's ever been to an auto-scroller section. That, and I think the other one that would be highly contested for that is the Rocket Game Corner with the spin pads. Full heal. I don't have to worry about dying to poison then. Outside of battle, that is. Hey, Fat Smoke, welcome back. Hope you've been well. We had the really nice Seviper run come to a very unfortunate end in Surge's gym. And we've been at a few attempts since then. Let's see, what was the... Oh, we had the Crawdon that made it to Cerulean and then died on Nugget Bridge to an Exeggutor with high jump kick. And Quaker Psychic, no, it was high jump kick. And sleep, I think. Or no, sleep was the last run that we had. Is that... Is that bird for the Dizzy Punch popping up behind his eyes? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the white on him is just transparent. Braviary. It would be nice if I had a flying or an electric move. Yes, Snake Boy is missed. The Survivor Run, one of the trainers in Surge's gym had a Ho-Oh, and it put me to sleep and started using Night Slash for constant crits. You just check what the item up here is. Oh boy, guard spec, the run is saved. It's all gonna be okay now. We have a guard spec. Honestly, to be completely fair, I don't even remember what guard spec does. These games are harsh, still haven't gotten over Drift Bloom. No, I haven't either. It's, that was such a good PB. And it really looked like it was gonna go all the way if I could have just gotten through. Though we lost on the Koga fight, so I would have needed to do Koga and Rival 5, and those would have been like the other big fights to worry about. Oh, from having stats lowered. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's the thing. I never used it ever either. So it's basically Safeguard. Or no. Is Safeguard just statuses? Shows just how much I know about these games. This is far from good. I only know that Giovanni loves to use it. Exactly. Missed in item form. Okay. Yep. No way. No way. After those crits, too. Poison I wasn't worried about. I have a full heal. But rest? Okay, it's gonna wake up. Yep. Just randomly select anything else. Okay. That could have been much worse. But we're not done. Fennekin. I have no type coverage. Yeah, Waterfall is one that a lot of people either forget or don't realize is an original Gen 1 move because, yeah, it was only Sea King and Goldeen that got it. Rest Stall isn't much fun to go against. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. At 26. I'm not going to miscounter anything, but I just want to see if we can make it out with the full heal. Who am I kidding? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think there's any way. Yeah, so like that was just basically half of the HP already. 12. I've got 14. Nope. Yeah, you're thinking of Whirlpool. It would have been nice to keep the full heal, but it is probably nicer that the run isn't over. Oh yeah, I'm constant, like, with how much I still play Gen 1, I am always having to remind myself of stuff like that. I'm glad I know the speedrun trick of walking in the middle to avoid a lot of fights. Has definitely come in handy. A card key is very nice, but I need to make it to Saffron for that to be useful. It does skip a battle. Would you consider using the quit out glitch in order to reduce the poison? So I would say in Luxray's case, since I had a full heal, no. Would I say that if I didn't have a full heal? I'm not sure. That Weezing sprite actually looks really good. Learning Thunder Wave? Absolutely. I'm just not doing bide strats. I'm not relying on having to take damage to deal damage. Especially when I don't know what moves the Pokemon are going to be using. Really doesn't like biding his time. Yeah. Yeah, no. I want to keep things moving. So we're gonna play this run out, at least until Mount Moon, unless it ends before then. And that will probably be it for today. Withdraw, lovely. Okay. That's not bad. Yes, exactly. Why? Stop withdrawing. Drugs are not the answer. Don't you remember all those PSAs they show us when we're kids? guess there's not really much to do other than keep trying. That's so bad that I can't learn Mach Punch. So it's like really the only move that we had that was good. That's not Brock, that's a substitute doll. And the Pokemon with literally the highest defense in the game. Oy. Oh, and that's right. Let's see how much it does. Oh, that's way more than I thought. And it's got Bone Rush. Oh, crap. Do not pick that again. Whew. The one shot. A burn heal. Well, at least we've been having more runs getting this far. You know what I mean? At least we're not getting rival checked as often as we are, like, day 2 and stuff. But as of right now, we are nowhere even close to being in the clear because we don't have much of anything to attack with. And we were talking earlier about forgetting certain things, like either being or not being in Gen 1. Yeah, I always forget that Dizzy Punch does not confuse. Like, there's zero chance of it confusing. And I thought that was always a thing. Like, I mean, you know, it's animation, which you're probably going to see again because I didn't turn them off. This is a rock type. With Hydro Pump. Yeah, case in point. Yeah, it has no chance to confuse. It's just like a normal attack. Well, that's actually doing way better than I thought. Maybe Pin Missile's the strat. Oh boy. You ended another run earlier. Don't do it again. Clamp. The clamps! The clamps! You're kidding. You're kidding. I should be faster though. So I should, yeah, because he's paralyzed, so I should have this. That was close though. Oh wait, he's still got an... And it's a dragon. Well, that's gonna be not very effective. Wait, you're psychic. I forgot about that. We're cool. That is the very first time that we have seen Spore and not had to reset the run. Very thankful for that. I know, that would have been such a sad way to end the run again. Did the last Zekrom have Spore? Yeah, because I think it Spored and then Sky attacked, because it was the pincer run. Hopefully no more repeat performances from that rocker. Exactly. Okay, Fairy Grass. I guess, why am I worried about... Oh, wait. Bug. No? Well, doesn't matter. Not very effective on foot, exactly. You were saying about repeat performances? Well, I know I need to at least paralyze him. Nice. That went way better than the first fight. Cresselia has also ended a run. Actually, Cresselia was responsible for the worst ending for a run. Nice. What are my stats starting to look like? Very high attack. Cresselia was the one that poisoned, and we died right at the Pokemon Center counter. So I guess to answer the earlier question, no, I guess I won't be using any of the save scumming. Yeah, I guess that would qualify as a save scum rule. This is the one with like 4 Pokemon? Yeah. A legendary. A legendary that I can't paralyze. Alright, cool. We're starting to pull ahead in levels. Do enemy mons have random DVs and stat EXP? No, I think it's still just a 0 for all that. Give out legendaries like candy these days, exactly. should be good. Yep, we're good. Oh, man. It didn't affect... It missed. There we go. Let's hope we get some damage off very quickly. Okay. I think we can make it back, though, in less than 57 times 4 steps. Looks more poison than Lena from Final Fantasy V. Octillery heard about Cresselia. Yep. Alright, so after this, it's what? 3 more battles. There's the cursed sprite. Been a while since we've seen one of those. It's also been a minute since we've seen a cursed back sprite. Playboy Low Bunny. Yeah. Extra thick. Alright, so most pre-evolution Pokemon we should just be one-shotting now. That Natu sprite. Regice. Legendary, I'm paralyzing it. Is that a Natu or Christmas ornament? Precisely. What a situation to be in where genuinely going to take Thunder Shock. And Seismic Toss has not proven useful at this point. Alright, this is going to be the final battle of the stream. A shocking turn of events, exactly. Thundershock for stab, exactly. Breaks in. I don't know how much we're doing. Okay, I get it. You're a show-off. Well, better late than never, I guess. But I want to turn that stuff off. Alright, so this has been another fun stream. Not quite how I wanted stuff to go. I wanted to see Seviper at least get over, past Rock Tunnel area. Think I should trade it for that breaks in. Yeah. And a Togetic. Alright, well, thank you very much, everybody. It has been fun. We will go ahead and save this here, and we'll pick this back up tomorrow. Let's see, today's Wednesday, correct? Yes, it is. So tomorrow I have a lot more time on my hands, so we will definitely be doing another stream at some point tomorrow. But yeah. Some guys, Super Conjin, Big Munch, Fat and Smoke. Oh, you guys have been kind of following through this since the beginning. Terra Spark. I'm missing some other people as well. Jay, you were new to this stream today. So yeah, it's been really fun here, and I'll probably be seeing you guys tomorrow then. Thanks a lot and have a good one.